this a good time to mention I'm actually dyslexic?
Perfect time.
Well, I'm at fursuit, so I don't think you're gonna have to.
Men on Men 3.
Oh no.
That's new gay fiction.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
They got the books.
That's for Josiah.
Yeah, you get to.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened with that shit?
I said the ramble dog. I said the telegram, bro. What did you say? Dude. You can't go through the media without like.
No, you're gonna have to take a.
Yeah,
Oh, I just put it up there. Sorry, I didn't read it.
I think these should work. It's a small room. It's not going to be that crowded.
At least until process of peppermint.
Oh, see, now you've been.
The audience participates.
In 55th
Beginning to know the panel is real.
grade. Smiley face. XO. XO. Boom.
This isn't one of my porn books.
Sign your yearbook. You want me to head to Boozy now? Yeah. Boozy, I know you're reading Atlas Shrugged and typing because you're super cool. But I'm signing.
1 second. So I sent it out literally a tweet trying to
I get it.
advertise this bad.
I understand. This book is labeled the best new gay fiction, and I'm really curious about.
What was the best old gay fiction?
That's what I'm saying. Either the best old gay fiction, the worst new gay fiction, the worst old
Is there
gay
a
fiction.
present gay fiction?
Yeah, what is the present gay fiction? The average gay fiction? I don't know what that qualifies as.
Like conventional.
Why don't you come to
Wasn't the
Is that the modern gay fiction?
old gay fiction? Wasn't that called The Odyssey?
So yeah, the best
gay
you actually
fiction.
are
I want to know.
official.
Just all
I want to know how many
What
genres of
qualifies
gay
as
fiction
the
there are.
best new gay fiction? What's in it?
It's the Iliad.
Really want to dive into that.
Lots of hot gay
There's new
sex.
gay.
Lots of hot gay. What is
But tasteful. Like you have to do it like at the compost area at
Oh, okay.
an ergonomically designed chair that's vegan or something. I don't know. Bring your own
Guys, you need to understand.
the yogurt shop. I don't know. Starbucks.
You guys need to understand. This book is labeled Men on Men 3, right? So I thought it was like the third in an actual trilogy, not an anthology of short stories, but it is. But it has like 50, it says, literally, it has like 7 different authors on the front, and then says, and 12 other authors. And I was like, how did like 18 people write one story? That sounds awful. That joke is funny to me.
Sorry, give us Harry Potter.
George Stambo.
People started writing.
Oh, these are all quotes about Of Men too.
Far end over there. All right. Can test.
Ooh, someone's
Is
gonna
this
have
on?
to take
Does
this.
it matter?
There's a bunch of cords here. I don't want to get
I got
Whatever.
it. I'm the most mobile person on stage.
They're the ones who need mics. I can
Triple
just come out
rhino
over
in a
here.
fursuit.
I just know there's wires there.
I got
What are we gonna do? What do I do, Lord?
Oh wow. I'm sorry. Bought is 50 for somebody completely different. Wow. No, you already have your pile over there.
Pianos? Never mind about that. I was like, if you really want that to skip on 2 now.
Yo, the globe.
It is midnight. I missed
the Glover. I want you to know. Ducks in the park. I had 458 ducks.
So you're still at the end over there. Okay. All right. So, how's everyone's convention doing so far?
Good. Pretty good.
Good. I'm glad. Those of you who don't know, I'm Skylar Ringtail. I'm the assistant director of programming here at Fursquared, and this is Bring Your Own Book After Dark. How many of you, if any, are familiar with a old charity panel we used to run called Cards Against Humanity?
Nope.
No, sorry.
None.
First time I've been here.
All
The
right.
only thing I know about that is Grandma Kage won.
I tied her.
That,
She sounds like a
So
wild.
we used to run a panel here, Cards Against Humanity for charity, where audience members could donate, get one of the black cards in Cards Against Humanity, and our panelists would compete to be the worst person at the con. This is similar to that. I have a stack of cards here, and this is a charity panel, so if you can donate, say, just $5, you can get one of these cards and be the judge. How this is going to work? You get a card, you read out one of the 2 prompts on there. Some of these only have 1 prompt because they're special and involve our dear panelists. And then our panelists will have 2 minutes to rapidly flip through one of the 3 books in front of them to try and find a word, a phrase, a sentence, ideally not a paragraph, but who knows, that fits that prompt. Once they have found their response, they will shout, "Got it!" And once everyone has got it, or the 2 minutes elapses, they will read their responses, and you will judge them. Why is this an After Dark panel? Well, not only are some of the prompts a little mischievous, we have some very special books for our dear panelists to choose from. Shall we go down the line and have you introduce yourselves and the books you currently have in front of you?
Get that one done?
Sarazen, we'll start with you.
I am Sarazen Tooth. I am a writer. I write a lot of porn, as you may have guessed in the last pun. A lot of TF stuff, a lot of weird stuff. I'm weird. I have in front of me Edith Hamilton's Mythology. I have Pendragon, the Reality Bug, and I have The Search for Calais, which is not a porn. It's the book I wrote for this company. Anyway.
Yes, it is. So it should be worth noting that starting out here, each of these 3 books in front of each panelist has been specially tailored for them. Chris, why don't you talk about what you have in front of you?
What?
I retract what I
He
just
wrote this book. I can connect those dots. What the hell? All right, first off, I'm Chris the Comedy Bunny. I do comedy in empty rooms, just like you just saw earlier. Pretty fun, right?
Be empty.
You can follow me on Twitter at Comedy Bun. Find my YouTube page. It's Comedy Bun. I talk about cartoons and I try to make myself funny. Anyways, the books I have are Sharon's Creek. Wait, also Absolutely Normal Chaos. Accurate. Then I also have. What? Is that just gag? Gag. What the hell? This is some dumb shit.
Ijibiyajah.
Yeah, this is. I have
Miguel Escher Bach.
Yeah, that dude. The most pretentious human being on the planet.
I think those are 3 pretentious human beings.
Alright, and what's your final book, Chris?
I have Men on Men 3, the best new gay fiction, written by 15 different authors and edited by George Stamboul. That is an old-ass this is old gay fiction, because that is an old-ass computer.
So this is probably not the best time to mention. All of these books come from my personal library. That one I did not buy. I have a friend who works in a thrift store who decided to make a joke.
Okay.
Alright,
we can find
we're
a
going to
picture.
continue down the line with introductions, and if any of you would like to donate to be one of our first cards, just wave me down. Boozy, who are you and what do you have?
Who am I? Hi, I'm Boozy. I'm Boozy Badge. You can find me on Twitter. You can see me doing shows like this. I stream on Twitch, and I write the legal humor website, lawyersandliquor.com. I have obviously playing on my clear past as a young African-American jazz musician of the 1930s is Bud, not Buddy. I saw what you did there, saving the really funny one for last.
Shut up. Don't fucking reveal the curtain, dick.
I'm doing the same thing. I also have, this is going to be fun, Boys Only, Party of 3 by Josiah Warbaum.
He can't say it either, it's okay.
You know what, you wrote it, and I respect you as an artist, but you just told me this came from your personal library. You were just putting yourself on display out here, aren't you?
Okay, offended you don't have any of my porn. No.
Buddy boys, just keep some in threes.
The most offensive of the 3, though, is the fact that this was specially tailored for me, as it is Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugged.
I told you you were pretentious.
And finally,
Have you actually finished the whole thing?
back in my college days, yes, I'm not proud of it.
I'm so sorry.
I have one question.
What?
Is that allowed? Am I allowed as a panel?
Sure.
Okay. Why do all the gay books come in threes?
Oh!
Well, for your information.
Oh shit!
They don't. Alright, and finally, oh god. Hi, I'm Josiah. I'm the guy who wrote that porn and this porn. Nice! I actually write, like, not porn, but this is what pays the bills and keeps food on my table. You can find me...
cultured fucks. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Just...
Oh, no.
I like porn. Writing it.
Sports is a culture thing, right?
So many questions.
Baseball? No, I'm all over the internet as Josiah. You can find me anywhere pretty much by looking that up. Go on Kindle, Lulu, you'll find me there. You can find me in the dealer's den, but I have like 9 books left to sell, so you might want to hurry tomorrow. And let's see, so my first book is actually a new release for us, Boys Only for the Win, that I wrote last December, because goddamn people love these books.
Know your
Followed
audience.
by The Myth of Sisyphus by, it's Albert, it's Camus, right? It's not Camus, I know that. Camus. And then the Norton Anthology of Western Literature, the whole freaking thing. Better known as the Norton Anthology's Paperweight Edition number 2.
All right, and with the introductions out of the way, we are going to get started with our first prompt. Panelists, your prompt is, world's worst thing to say on a first date. You have 2 minutes. Go.
Okay, got it.
Oh, I found a typo. I'm going to have to fix that later.
Don't you love it when that happens?
Right? Like, oh, hey, my perfectly published book.
That's been in circulation for 2 years. Shit.
Save that for the second round.
I got it.
Got it.
You want that
Priscilla,
Any phrases you're smiling at?
got it.
Oh, God.
Hey, the faster they get, find their line, the more books we get to go through, and more prompts. You had fun? Take a pick. And if you want, just grab the fancy.
Now I have to give voices to my own characters.
All right, you have a minute left.
Hey, he has a 5.
You want it. I'll save the 20 for round 2. That's for charity, so it'll be nice. Oh, you.
You understand, this is a challenge. This is like double dare, motherfucker.
I'm so ready for this.
30 seconds, Chris.
I'm good. I got it. We'll work it.
Got it?
We'll make it work.
All
Sorry.
right.
Shit.
Running down the line, Sarah, we'll start with you. What is the world's worst thing to say on a first date?
This is something they would use to hit them and vibrate properly. This isn't a porn.
All right, Chris, what do you got?
Well, set me up with the prompt again.
World's worst thing to say on a first date.
Are you okay, Dad?
All right, Uzi.
Before I respond, I would like to point out that looking around, it appears to me all 3 of our panelists either went with the sex book or their own book.
It helps to know the material.
You self-promoting whores.
You're so cheated.
Guilty.
I mean,
All right.
freelancer, come on.
Wait.
Guilty as fuck. Don't care.
All right.
Can't help that this is a
The
high
world's
quality
worst
book.
thing to say on a first date. I want to apologize for the things I said to you at my wedding.
All right, and finally, Shia.
Forget what the commissioner said. I'm your commissioner now, you little bitch.
All right, and I will leave that to the audience vote. Who do you think won that round?
I'd say Chris.
Boozy.
All right, Boozy, you have to say Boozy. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah, I got a
Point, coin.
Coin, okay.
Coin.
There's a small catch with how this game works.
Okay.
So you don't get too comfortable with the books in front of you. Every round, the book you use, you pass clockwise down the table.
Oh, cool. Okay. I'm into that.
But
I was
that's
waiting. I was waiting for you to announce that we were gonna have to do it with like our feet on fire.
All right.
That's okay. What was a twist?
Just gently hand someone a
All right.
No, you
Who
have
in
to
the
show
audience has a prompt they want to read?
I'll go first.
You'll go first. All right.
Although, hold on, before we says that, it's supposed to be 2 minutes.
Yes.
I got a timer on me.
I appreciate it. I also have a timer on here.
Oh,
All
I'll
right.
keep track of them.
So I choose one of the two, right?
Yes, you do.
All right, got it. A phrase that would be creepy if you whispered it.
All right. The prompt is a phrase that would be creepy if you whispered it. And before you start looking through your books, panelists, there's another little twist to add to this game.
Son of a bitch!
If anyone in the audience would like to donate $10, you can mess with one of our panelists by 1, choosing the book they use, 2, picking the page number they use, or 3, adding a super special book to their pile.
I told you this was double dare. I fucking told you it was double dare, man.
Like everyone's
Panelists,
69.
This shit is an odyssey.
a phrase that would be creepy if you whispered it. You have 2 minutes. Go. All right. Does anyone have $10 and want to mess with them?
I don't cheat.
That's quite all right. The game's hard enough as it is at this point. Panelists are still warming up.
I don't watch.
I know 3 of our 4 panelists have picked a very, very meaty book to peruse through. I wonder if that will have any bearing on their response.
Damn, man, you got that golf commentary.
And just to tease some of the books you might consider a page add to their pile, we have a very special court case, something to very much embarrass the host, and other wonderful little surprises. I would prefer you pick the first one and not the second. Panelists, you have 45 seconds remaining.
What was the prompt again?
A phrase that would be creepy if you whispered it.
Sounds good. I got mine this time.
Wonderful. You have 30 seconds left.
Right?
I'll give this one a shot, why not?
You have 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time is up. Any panelists that failed to find their line in time, take your finger, point to a random spot on the page currently in front of you, and that will be your response. Boozy as last round. Boozy as last round's winner. We'll start with you.
Oh, okay.
A phrase that would be creepy if you whispered it.
Can you reach over into that box and hand me one of those bottles of blood? I haven't had a bite to eat all day.
Right then. I don't remember that line in that book. Josiah, what you got?
In my youth, this was called blackmail.
Zarathan.
He must have wanted to be a cowboy when he grew up.
All right. And finally, Chris.
P equals horse. Horse equals happy. It's from book.
It's a computer science book. It makes sense. All right. Who stole your heart there with your terrifying whisper?
Roll down the second round, guys.
Sarah, that's some spooky shit.
Chris was creepy.
What?
Hey, someone says you were creepy. Good
Oh,
job.
thanks.
All right, pass your vote.
First time you've heard that.
Can we shrug this all over?
Dragon.
All right. Before we read the next prompt, would anyone like to donate just $10 to unlock a new book and pick who has to use it?
Who's a completionist? Who wants to finish this weird ass RPG? Man, this is amazing.
Which is entirely tax money based.
Stream. I'll give you a choice between
It's so money.
a
It is.
very amusing court case or something
Oh, that's
to
so going
embarrass
to Boozy.
me. All right, the court case is going to Boozy.
It's not fair, he understands it.
Boozy, one of the new literary masterpieces in front of you now is The State of Georgia versus Denver Fenton Allen.
Oh, no.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, is this the transcript?
Yes, it is. Oh, I love it.
I know the guy who released this into the wild.
This is so not fair. Two people wrote books. You like know that guy?
Chris, it's okay. There's a picture book in the file.
Okay, I can work with that.
That was wild.
All right.
I think
Who in the audience has a prompt to read? Someone over here got one earlier.
Oh,
You want to go?
yeah. What Chris the Comedy Bunny said to get banned from Anthrocon.
All right. Alice, your prompt is what Chris the Comedy Bunny said to get banned from Anthrocon. Go.
You got it, bud.
Something about the Quran.
Something.
Let's see, one of the most amusing parts of this panel is forcing some of the authors on stage to read from the books they wrote. Especially Josiah.
I don't like reading my own college essays. This seems worse.
Your books are so tiny. No, like mine are like six, like dimension-wise, like mine are 6 by 9.
I don't know what the story is.
I like 6 by 9.
Page 69. Well, you are a furry.
Well, I mean,
It's nice. I should probably stop.
Listen, it'll be a
Panelists, you have 1 minute remaining.
Who's got it?
I think I got it.
All right, Boozy and Chris have got it. It's just down to Seraphim and Josiah. I know.
I resemble that water.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go with this one.
All right. You have 30 seconds.
You don't actually have to read Atlas Shrugged.
This isn't Atlas Shrugged.
I have Atlas Shrugged.
I gave him Atlas Shrugged, which might have been a mistake.
Yeah.
You stupid Greeks didn't
Don't
say
look at
anything
me
funny.
while you look like you're touching your dick. That was weird.
Skip to the Romans.
I know, but I don't know where the Romans are.
10 seconds.
After the Greeks.
5.
The book doesn't work that way.
3, 2, 1.
Got it, I guess.
All right. You got it just in time. All right. We'll start with Seraphim. Seraphim, what did Chris the Comedy Bunny say to get banned from Anthrocon?
We paid money for these tickets, so now they gotta sit around and watch these guys suck eggs.
I'm so delightful.
All right, Chris, what the heck did you say?
My mother has forbidden me from using the following 3 words. None. I'm not.
I've got a big old donkey dick for that ass.
I'm so confident.
Alright, and finally, Josiah, right down to the wire. What did you find?
I didn't find shit. The proud dead stir under the earth. They rage against the ones who took their lives.
Yeah! Yeah, I'm like, I got a fucking necromancer in that one.
You say to get banned from Anthrocon?
Can it be a tie? Because honestly, between Boozy and Seraphim, I can imagine a scenario where you could get banned for both of those. Like Seraphim's saying it like during like a like the
you got
comedy
rowdy
better, and Boozy's like tripping down.
It's important.
That would immediately get him banned.
Alright, who are you gonna pick?
That one's the best, though.
Let's go with Seraphim because
Alright.
Yeah, I'm wholesome.
It's another
It's so
point.
fun. Suck eggs, man.
Enjoy that.
Oh, you know, you can. Tell me if you figure out what's going on, because I'm genuinely curious about that book.
Alright,
I was skipping it.
I think 3 more special books to add to the pile if anyone wants to donate $10 now. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and start reading the next prompt. I'm going to come to you.
Want to be next, or
What's up? Want that for a new book?
2 books or something.
Okay, now I'll come back to you. Alright. Go ahead and read your prompt. Panels, don't look at your books just yet.
Something to make Alkali cry.
Your prompt will be something to make Alkali cry. And speaking of making people cry, I have 2 wonderful books for this. One of them is very embarrassing for me personally, and the second one is a college textbook.
Oh no.
What would you like to add, and who would you like to force to use it?
Oh, let's go. With who? Chris has to use the textbook.
Chris,
I'm using what?
Chris, I'm sorry that you not.
I was thinking the same thing.
Chris, this book is so big it just ripped my bag.
Oh!
Enjoy University Physics with Modern Physics 13th edition.
Fine, just a lot of knowledge landing on my fingers. Whoa! Fuck!
Panelists, your prompt is
Grey's Anatomy.
something to make Alkali cry. 2 minutes, go.
Alright.
So far, we haven't had anyone donate to force somebody to use a particular existing book or a specific page number. If you're feeling particularly evil, I highly recommend the page number.
How's he going to use 69 for that, though?
Everyone has to use page 69.
We just need $40 and we can do it. Come on, it's for charity.
If their book doesn't have 69.
Get a different book.
Other books just
Use your friend's book.
Or no, like Roman numeral.
Got it.
Roman numeral 3.
All right, great. Person's got it, and we have 1 minute remaining. How's that craft course of physics treating you?
Just skip to
Pretty
the end and get
good.
the hardest stuff. Go to the stuff about radiation or something. That's in physics, right?
Ooh.
Got it.
Fuck you.
It looks like Sarah's taking a very deep interest in Atlas Shrugged right here.
Yeah, really get into that.
I just want to preempt that the very, very long single sentence that spans over like 10 pages does not count as a single sentence for the purposes of this game.
Okay, fair.
Yeah,
Because if
You're
Chris,
not here to listen
Chris
to
kind of
a
seems like a
manifesto
hack
for 10
bitch.
minutes.
Whoa.
Alright, Payless, you have 15 seconds.
Bitches never heard of a comma.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time is up. Sarathan got it just in nick time. Chris is pointing to a random spot.
There.
Alright, bring her there. Sarathan, So, give us something to make Alkali cry.
We want you to take full power over the economy of the country.
That would make him cry with happiness, I think.
No, he hates his job.
All right.
Or loves it. Or loves hates. I don't know what it is.
That's a pretty strong contender. Chris, what did your finger land on?
This fact poses a serious problem with respect to control and safety of reactors. I might cry if I was about to blow up.
All right.
Yeah.
Just round you a reference. Boozy, what did you find in our wonderful book there?
I'm also a cocaine-using homosexual living on the fringes of crime with a 19-year-old ex-offender hustler.
He says, make him cry, not describe him.
All right. And finally, Sean, what do you got?
This is a tears of joy, but I'll bet everybody enjoys sucking your cock.
All right. And who is your winner?
I'm gonna go Boozy.
Wow. All right. Boozy and Sarah are tied 2-2.
Chris, you missed the opportunity to just read the title.
You gave a, what, a 20?
Yeah, that would make me cry too.
I mean, we'll probably
Here,
start passing.
bridge the gap to mastery.
There you go.
Here we go.
Wow.
Enjoy that.
Atlas Shrug.
It's priceless.
Oh, I got the court case.
All right.
I got the court case.
You have a prompt. All right. Which one is it going to be?
A private message you wouldn't want your parents to read.
Oh, he's in the court
All
case.
right, then. A private message you wouldn't want your parents to read. I believe somebody over here donated 20 or was thinking about it. You feel like messing with some of these? Some of these fun folk up here?
Sure.
Wonderful. Are you going to add a book that one of them has to use?
Got it.
Or... Wow, Boozy already diving in. All right, I got 2 books left. Do you want to add something that embarrasses me or a little Shakespeare?
Shakespeare.
All right. And who is going to ask you Shakespeare? Boozy already picked out his thing. But
I got mine.
No, you didn't start the timer. Yeah, I know. You can still pick him.
I got mine.
We'll go doing bruising. That's what my friends are telling me, and I am eager.
Sorry, man. This is like
Yeah, I'm never gonna find that sentence again. Or they just have to buy the book.
A private message you wouldn't want your parents to read.
All right, panelists. A private message you wouldn't want your parents to read. Go.
I got mine.
Oh, we're starting.
Got it.
You're supposed to
I know Hamlet.
This is so not fair. Boozy is literally trained by a rigorous standard to pick out important things and use them to his advantage. That is his job as a lawyer.
Either that or he just has seen that episode of...
Have you located your sentence yet, or are we picking randomly?
No, I got mine. Are you just trying to have a blind gun draw with me?
All right, 3 of our panelists have got it. Sarathan is the last one remaining. All right. That was a pretty fast round. All right, panelists. What was it one more time?
A private message you wouldn't want your parents to read.
A private message you wouldn't want your parents to read, starting with Boozy.
We dwell in her privates, her genitals in the middle of her favors.
All right.
Strong start there, Fred.
Strong start. Just you. What do you got?
You. Did you hear me? I said bend over, robot.
All right.
That's awesome.
What was it called? The new gay?
It's the best new gay. Whoa, that has robots in it?
Hey, Roman.
Alright, Sarah, what have you got?
You'll find out how nasty I am when I murder your whole family, bitch.
Alright.
This guy's
And Chris, what have you got?
These are all your books from your personal
Oh,
collection.
you mother. What are you doing?
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so this is in the book, totally legal, but it is handwritten by the author, him, to him. So this is really weird. Get in that dog pile and celebrate.
That is only as weird as you made it.
Sure. It's a book about baseball. I'm like, yeah, that's really fun.
All right. Which of these three win?
Who is there?
It has to be Chris.
I have to go to Chris.
Yay!
All right.
I got a point. Have some gay porn.
Here, have some gay porn.
Got some gay porn for me?
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
All right.
Ooh, we got some gay porn too. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody gets gay porn.
All right, we're about halfway through our allotted time, which means it's time for a special round.
Whoa, fucking A, dude! You're gonna break my neck with all these scene changes. Fucking whiplash.
Oh yeah, don't you dare. Don't get that out.
Now you
I have
really gotta fuck
selected
with him.
4 of my favorite pieces from my personal library, and I'm going to hand them out in no particular order. Saracen, what did you get?
Oh, Mordecai's Tome of Foes.
Yes, D&D book.
Yeah,
Chris,
it
what
is.
did you get?
Oh, I got Rosencrantz and Gilded City Dead. I love this book. It's It's fucking Lion King 1.5.
Boozy, what did you get?
Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot.
I also love that book. Can I talk about plays later?
Sure.
Okay.
Josiah, what do you got?
I've got Kafka on the Shore by Haruki Murakami.
Ooh.
All right. Audience, does anyone have a prompt they haven't read out yet? Does anyone have $5 they'd like to donate to charity to pick the next one? You will? All right.
It's for charity.
We're having fun.
Do you want to donate $5? Sounds good to you.
You can design stuff.
All right. Panelists, the next prompt is what?
Something probably said in the very first Fursquared staff meeting.
Panelists, your prompt is something probably said in the very first Fursquared staff meeting. Go.
I'm good.
What? Yo. Chief.
I want to know. I want to look this up.
I thought about bringing one of the Gideon Bibles, but that would seem insensitive.
Oh, you picked.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
No, it's this.
Panelists, you have a minute and a half remaining. I think Chris already got his.
I do, but also there's a lot of good ones on this page. It's like, which flavor of ice cream, man? It's all ice cream, though.
No. Oh, yeah. It's me, but with an A.
Should I be worried?
No, I don't know.
Yes.
Of course you would pick the back cover of one of my signed books.
Wait.
Which is
You
why
handed out
you
that
are
book,
not
that's
getting
your
your
mistake.
hands on this last book.
Now I'm really
What's the
intrigued.
other style?
Do you have $10?
No, I mean,
Aw.
I'm so poor.
Alright, you have 40 seconds left.
You could be best friends.
Yes, this is perfect. Something probably said at the very first Fursquared staff meeting. Seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Got it.
1. All right, down to the wire once more. Chris, you won the last round, so you get to start. Something probably said at the very first Fursquared staff meeting.
Suck my dick!
You're not supposed to be accurate.
Susie!
Try.
not my fault that you really like fucking me.
Oh, how you been writing it? Oh shit!
Something about pleasuring a king.
Josiah, you lost your...
Oh, I definitely lost my page.
Well,
I think I remember what it said.
sure.
Yeah. Oh, but it works. It was remember now, it's either I kill the cats or you kill me. There is no in between. Trying to find the
And finally, Sarah says,
Politics in the 9 hells are anything but predictable.
all right.
Fucking real.
All right. Who wins?
That's a tough one.
I mean, suck my dick could be like, suck my dick, suck my dick.
Right?
Like,
It feels like it.
Some of those people probably say at least like 3 times a day.
yeah.
Say versatile suit.
I've only been on staff for 3 years. I cannot confirm any of this from the first meeting.
Suck my dick.
I
Suck
guarantee
my
you've heard it
dick.
in
Suck my
previous
dick.
meetings.
It's like you're greeting, like, hello, sir.
Suck my dick. That's just the greeting at every first meeting. Suck my dick, suck my dick. Shake hands. They continue to move on.
I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be surprised if either one of Boozy and Christmas was said. I have to pick Boozy's.
All right.
One specific criteria too.
I think that brings Boozy to point number 3, so he is in the lead right now. All right.
What a bummer.
Who has an underwritten
gonna
prompt
win
and wants to
double
purchase one? All right, let's do you. And if anyone has $10, I do have one special book remaining, and I can probably dig out a few more.
Is it naughty?
I'm up to 5 books.
It's embarrassing for me, so make of that what you will. All right.
It's not that bad.
It's called Forces, maybe.
Oh, all right. $5 to pick the page of one of the existing books, or
Wait, it was $5?
who do you want to pick a page for?
We'll pick a page for Chris.
Okay.
All right. Chris, pick a book from in front of you.
This one.
All right.
He wrote.
How many pages are there?
There are.
I'm not drawing.
You won't tell me? You just know, right? That's how that works. 240.
All right. Pick a number between 1 and 240.
Well, I mean, it's got to be 69.
All right.
Nice.
Chris, you have to use page 69 of that book.
I have to
And
show
our
lots of
prompt
stuff on it.
is...
Our prompt is, Skylar's latest RPG campaign isn't using Dungeons and Dragons, it's using blank and blank.
All right. This round's prompt is very specific. Scholar's latest tabletop campaign isn't using Dungeons and Dragons, it's using blank and blank. You're looking for 2 words or phrases connected by and as part of its normal sentence structure, and go.
That's going to be rough.
Yeah,
I know, I'm looking into it.
Yeah, especially when you only have 1 page to work with.
Yeah, man.
How's that page treating you, Chris?
I mean, we really got my hands tied. It's pretty crazy, man. But you know what? I think the key here is yardage.
Does the top of the page say nice?
No. Right?
You think I would have.
Actually, there's just a cipher in here. If you read it backwards, upside down, after you get it wet, you'll actually find nice appears on the screen. It just appears.
Josiah, how does it feel to be rapidly flipping through your own work, trying to remember what you wrote?
Somewhere between catharsis and shame. Not sure what yet.
Sounds about right for this panel. All right, you have 1 minute remaining.
How close do they have to be together at work?
It has to be part of the normal sentence flow. You can't cut and choose.
We have like, because they use commas, which I would not agree with, but however it goes.
Sure, we'll allow commas.
I'll work with that. It makes me giggle.
I got it.
And for anyone curious about the final book, I can tell you it is from my high school years. Make of that what you will.
Listen, she's on the show. She already opened that floodgates. I got a free pass.
10 seconds left. Who's all got it so far?
I do it.
Can we get a 5? A 5? Yeah.
4,
3,
Got
2,
it.
One. Fucking buzzer.
Josiah, did I hear you get it?
You know what? Last second.
Nice.
I'll allow it.
I'm
All right. The prompt is Skylar's latest tabletop RPG campaign is in Dungeons and Dragons. It's blank and blank, starting with Boozy won last round.
Ions and therefore.
All right.
I get it.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Since it has science references, so it's obviously fantasy.
Well, it's like sci-fi fantasy. It's super cool.
Josiah.
That's the best sci-fi. It's not Dungeons and Dragons. It's pleasure and pain.
Oh.
This is why I don't carry drinks.
Oh. Please don't get the books wet.
I moved your books quickly.
I forgot to ask that you kindly treat the books as gently as you can, but I trust you anyway. So what was that once more?
Oh, not Dungeons and Dragons, but pleasure and pain.
Pleasure and pain. Sarathan, what do you have?
Leftists and radicals.
Nice. Whoa.
Wow, point.
You nailed that one.
You got interesting.
And Chris, what do you have from page 69 of the Search for Kale?
Alkali stated. It's like Simon Says.
Where's the and?
It doesn't have to have an end.
Yes,
It's a game. It's a new game.
All right, who wins?
Seraphin.
No, yeah, definitely.
Seraphin.
All right, Sarathan and Boozy are still tied 3-3. I think Chris has 2 or 1.
I don't know.
He has one.
And Josiah is yet to get on the board. Thank you. All right, who has a prompt they still haven't read?
It's like I'm back in school.
You still have one on the other side?
How'd you manage that?
Yeah, the other
I'm
side.
jealous.
You want to use that?
Lucy out the backlog of the books.
Oh yeah, you need a couple books, huh?
Yeah.
Hand him this way.
I
Hand
have a
him.
couple of those.
Okay, good.
Does anyone have
Some
$10
more.
to add the
Some
last
gay
book
porn?
to this pile?
We'll trade on some gay porn.
I
I'm
was
sure
actually
Chris
thinking
would
game this one.
appreciate it. I won't.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah, you got it.
It's a shame you don't have $10.
I really wish I did. I really don't.
Well, my partner's on his way down here.
Yeah, we'll put the book in the pile.
All right. Who are you giving it to? Or should I tell you what it is first?
Yeah.
All right.
Very poor.
Oh, we're gonna find out what it
The
is.
final book is my senior year of high school yearbook. Complete with signatures.
Oh, fucking have a great summer 80 times.
Listen, when I was in high school, it was just shortened to hacks. And people got mad about it.
I love
Teachers
it.
got mad.
Panos, the one request. My one request is you don't use my real name.
Oh, of course not.
All right. Who do you want to give that to?
You know, Chris seems like really jammed out about this. Like he's.
It's a yearbook, man.
Yeah, I know. You're just really into it.
I love it.
Yeah, we gotta give it to Chris.
Oh, yeah, hit me with that yearbook.
I know.
Already
Every
on.
other book doesn't exist.
I don't need it. I got that yearbook. Yeah, go G.
Skylar, for Nerd 10 books, I did bring another one. I brought A Tale of Two Cyber Skunks.
Oh. It seems Sarathan has brought his latest edition.
Which is available for sale. Anyway.
Yes. Yes.
Couldn't help it.
Available for sale.
Holy shit, you guys wrote dissertation.
All right. What is the prompt?
The prompt is a great line for questions only.
All right. The prompt is a great line for questions only, which means it has to be a question. Good luck, Chris.
I feel like you're not
You.
very good at being Chris.
Oh man, it shows how hard that is. Shit.
And we have a wrench in the works for Sarathan and Josiah. You both have to use page 2 of whatever book you pick.
What the shit, man?
All right, your time starts now.
He just looked at us and laughed.
Looking forward. Alright. Assuming actual page 2. Not helpful.
Yes, it is actual page 2. And if there is no question there, use a different book. You got 3 page 2s at least.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you could use a different. That's some strat.
You can't.
I can't, no, but that's really cool. I like that. There's a lot of angles to go with this. It's a good sport. Why does a yearbook not have that many questions? I guess they're all answered. You graduated. Like, you really nailed it. I guess it's true.
We're going into summer break.
Yeah, why isn't there at least, like, what happens next? Anything, man. They just assumed you died after you graduated. There's nothing more.
Well, once they got our money for class rings, they didn't need us anymore.
Yeah, you were shunned.
Alright, y'all have a minute remaining.
Chris, give me a class superlatives.
Oh, yeah, not bad.
Oh, God.
Something here.
I literally have one question in 3 books.
Well, you're kind of looking at on the page numbers.
Roman numerals. Fuck.
Do Roman numerals count, or is it actually the number 2?
The actual numerical 2.
Okay.
The preface does not count. You have 30 seconds.
Oh, this isn't helpful at all.
Do the number pick?
$5.
Okay, sure. Okay, got it.
Alright, Joshia's got it. Everyone else is still looking.
I have one question in 4 books.
You have 15 seconds left.
This will be easy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I got one! Yes! Yes!
Boozy, you're gonna have a rough one here unless you just found one at the end.
Oh, I did.
Alright, what was the prompt one more time?
A great line for questions only.
A great line for questions only, starting with whoever won last round. That was Sarathan, right?
Yes.
Alright, Sarathan.
But what about shirts and trousers?
Alright.
That's a wacky question.
So weird. Alright, for my one question in 4
Chris,
fucking
what
books.
did you dig up from my past?
Nothing specific, man. That was
Thank God.
desperate. Who's in charge of big picture student council duty? Also, in this photo, there's just a man in a pirate costume right here, just as though he were one of the classmates. Did you go to school with the strange mascot man? Was everyone just cool with that guy?
Was it Steve?
Did you live in a Nicktoon sitcom? I wish. Apparently you did. Well, it's just Patrick. He's goofy.
You never take he lives in a pineapple under the sea.
Alright. You know what happened to him after high school?
Are you ready, kids?
No question.
Alright, Boozy, a great line for questions only.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's my book.
Oh, no, I was just thinking about the Disney pirate.
Right?
Oh. You took the Alpha Soul, you stole and used it to make werewolf babies?
Good question, man.
Wow.
You're a good writer.
Alright, Josiah, what did you get from? Is that the university textbook?
It's the university textbook.
Alright.
That's nothing but questions, man.
No, there's only one question.
Oh, man.
How do you learn to solve physics problems?
Oh, that's fair.
Alright.
And it's the only answer.
A great line for questions only. Who wins?
I mean, it's gotta be Boozies.
Alright. Boozy takes another one.
You're a good writer. Yeah, you're a good writer.
Alright.
You wrote a good question that won points.
Do we have any other available?
But what
prompts in the
about shirts and
audience right
trousers?
But what
now? I
about
think
it?
that was all of them
you're
so far.
You can look at
Yeah.
Pete Fee, the patchy pirate.
Put the stack anyway. There. Would anyone like to donate $5 for the next prompt?
Or $10 to get my book updated.
Or $10 to make Sarathan use his own new book.
Yeah, I'll go for both of those actually.
Alright.
Awesome.
Oh, also, I totally just lost your bookmark sticker thing in this.
Yeah, that's okay.
You got it, never mind.
The options are something you can find on or strange item for a sponsor.
No, it's from the book.
Strange item for sponsor.
Alright. Then we'll do the other one.
That's probably cool.
Alright, Sarathan.
Yes.
Where's your book?
Just realized there's a bunch of signatures and stuff in this one.
Oh.
Because it's the one that's going to be auctioned.
Oh, cool.
So be gentle with that one. And your prompt this round is a strange item for a sponsor gift. Go.
Oh, I'm done. Oh, so advertising.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm going to.
The best part is, people are paying to let you advertise to them.
Right?
Done.
Making money, making money, making
Get that bread while flipping them pages.
Credit for writers every time they got their book. They're like, and from my book, which is by me.
I have some shame. Not much, but some.
Man, I gotta say I love the margins on that product.
They're so easy.
They're so even. I love it.
Got it.
I love the font in that search for Calais. It's so satisfying.
What was the prompt again?
You have a minute left. A strange item for a sponsor gift at a convention.
Oh, that was the perfect page. I found it again. Yes.
Oh no.
Oh man, I had a heart attack.
All right. 30 seconds.
Oh, I don't know whether to use this one, which is fun here. This one, which makes me a complete fucking attention whore.
I bet
I
you
want to
I
make
can
sure a
guess
total
which one
attention
wins.
north. Why not?
Sure, you got it.
Nothing is going
Alright.
to beat my guy here.
All right,
There's it.
All right, got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right. A strange item for a sponsor gift, starting with Boozy. Go.
Don't you?
Audio footage of him eating his brother's ass. No form of protest at all.
Huh. Carry on. Shia, you wrote that.
I'm not Josiah. I'm Isaac, right? That's who you said I was? Look, someone paid me good money to write that, okay?
A friend of mine
Look,
did.
I'm just glad they haven't. Never mind. Go.
So everyone is going to get a pair of optical tweezers from the physics book this year.
Woo, fun.
Okay. Seraphim.
This is kind of a sneak peek. I wrote this myself on the back of the book, but I wrote this whole thing, so it counts.
That's awesome.
Someone who wins this book in the Fursquared charity auction will also get a spot in the next book as the sixth named character.
Oh, wow, that's just a straight plug. That's fucking awesome.
Right? I told you.
That's cool.
All right.
And for the first
The
one,
world's
charity auction.
magic. The world is
Chris,
magic.
what's a strange item for a sponsor gift?
Oh, everyone who sponsors will get a bottle of anal nitrate, lubricant, or porn magazines, lubricant, and cock rings. That is a list.
Okay.
It said strange things.
Fair.
Arnold's fairly strange.
So, in your, I do have a quick question about yours, the Boost Red, I believe. Was that an audio of him?
Yes, it was audio footage.
Oh, but it wins because of that. There's no way you can.
In the context of the book, the audio is not yet recorded.
Oh, it's
All
false
right.
promises.
That's
man.
better.
Boozy wins with audio of, well, we all heard that.
Yeah, but I got to plug this, so I win.
Yeah. You win the moral high ground.
Really, you won.
I mean, if we do this enough, they'll just read the whole book for us.
I got
All right.
It's just the big winners out of this panel night are these two.
Yeah. We just get to read their material for them.
We're sitting there and I'm like, I told a joke about Nazis the other day.
Right.
All right, we are almost out of time for this panel, so I think we have enough time for 2 more prompts.
Oh boy.
And for those prompts, audience, would you rather hear a prompt that involves Dragor, Boozy, Seraphim, or Josiah?
I'm not okay with any of these. I mean, like, unless it's...
I heard one
I want to hear
Boozy.
Boozy. I want to hear Boozy.
Yeah,
All right, panelists, your new prompt is Something Boozy learned in his time on the river.
Where's that page you opened to before?
Just keep reading the same sentence over and over again.
I want to see how many times every round.
It's just the same one.
I hope you're all enjoying this panel. This is our first year
Zach, you were
running
a
this
dirty,
one.
dirty dog. I love it.
I beg your pardon?
No, for Josiah. I mean, his book. I haven't gotten this one yet.
Are you actively judging me?
He's getting the vapors over here, man.
I do believe I caught me the vapors.
He is.
Where's
man.
my fainting couch?
You got this young gentleman all hot and bothered.
I've never seen such things before. That's a fucking
bullshit.
lie.
You think I'm bad? You're just not reading his right books. That's the problem.
You pick like my tamest books, which is awesome. To get the taker gets taken, then you see some shit. Spell card.
Panelists, you have a minute remaining. In the future, something I hope to do with this panel is help feature some of the other authors in the fandom through panels like this, not just the After Dark version, but a generalized PG-rated one as well.
It's a really unique way of doing it. Really cool.
Are y'all having a great time so far?
Woo! Yeah.
Woo!
Liquid would be the other.
Woo. You have 30 seconds left. Something Boozy learned in his time on the river.
I'm not.
Oh, this is proving to be a tough one. Josiah's got 15 seconds left. He's turning to one of the books Boozy started with. Maybe he'll find something there. Panelists, you have 5 seconds. No one's found it yet.
Oh no, I have.
Sure. Oh, got it.
I'll work with this.
I got this.
All right, just in time. Boozy, starting with you. What's something you learned in your time on the river?
No good will come of this.
All right.
Yeah.
Shy?
All he kept yelling was, my legs, my legs. What have they done to my legs? That's the true story about how bugs started getting called bugs.
All right. Seraphim?
Sadly, being outranked meant that Jesse's naked form could only stand under the stream, his equine length soaking from water instead of the saliva that he would have preferred.
Damn, son, you are raunchy. I am getting the vapors. Also, you had a hell of a trip on the river.
Who's Jesse?
It's in your book. I don't know who Jesse is.
Chris,
you're killing me
let's
here.
hear your response.
Holy shit, you're a techromancer.
All right, audience, who wins?
Seraphim, yeah, no.
All right.
I'm giving you these points,
Talking
Seraphim.
about a lake.
I gave you a few points.
Seraphim, you win apparently for just reading the raunchiest thing you could find. It's just us.
That's how you
All right.
Isn't that how
I need some more books over here.
Have me some books to hand to Seraphim.
Oh yeah, here, have the big heavy things. And the myth of Sisyphus, because fuck Sisyphus.
All right. Panelists, audience, for those of you familiar with the old Cards Against Humanity panel, we always ended on a very special prompt, which I'm going to recreate here. Please pick 3 different books in front of you, and using 1 sentence from each, make a haiku.
Okay.
I'll give you a little extra time.
Thank you.
You get 3 minutes to send it to.
Does everyone on the panel know
Is it-
what a haiku is?
Is it 575, right?
Yes.
Nailed it. Thank you. You're the best.
Just don't make me regret it.
No, never.
Okay.
Never ever. It's
My
snowy.
English teacher made us write over the book of
focused.
Let's say you have 2 minutes left. So Boozy and Chris have made their haikus. What I think will be most interesting about this is knowing what books everyone picked and how, if they fit together at all. Don't lose your page, Chris.
I could just be very bad. Yeah, you got my finale.
I think I got it.
All right. Looks like Chris is trying to change his answer.
I counted wrong.
All right. You both have a minute left.
Got it. I think I got it. Got it.
Saracen has 30 seconds left to finish his haiku. Panelists who have already finished. What did you think of your selections this evening?
Man, I really approve of some of these books. I feel like I know the people who wrote them, they're just so intimate.
You got a lot of porn.
Support our creators.
Thanks for putting my imaginary kids through college.
Yeah. Look, man, you also have a theoretical physics textbook, so I'm not judging here.
He's well read.
Oh, Saracen, did you almost get there?
I like that you like plays that I like. That's a cool thing.
All right, this makes no fucking sense, but we'll go for it.
All right then. God, who won last round? Was that Boozy?
No, Saracen. Saracen.
All right, Saracen, we'll start with you. What's your haiku and what books are you using?
The Mythicists on the absurd walls. I lost where my finger was.
You want us to come back to you?
No, it was on these absurd walls. Have mercy on this poor maid. Oh shit! My faith I granted. Yeah, that made no sense whatsoever. But they're so long on these sentences. These books suck.
Right?
All right, Chris. What's your haiku?
This is the first one. Okay, this is the first one. Life in a box is. Is this the next one? Yeah. He hasn't spitted out a drop yet. Oh, great, he muttered.
All right, then. It's haiku.
I tried.
Boozy, what have you got? You have my yearbook, I'm scared.
Men on Men, Tale of Two Cyber Skunks in your yearbook. Freddy's Big Knuckles. Saracen replied simply.
Wow.
Grown by leaps and bounds.
Whoa! You're a fucking ringer, dude.
All right. And finally, Josiah, what did you find?
Shit.
All right, so we got Bud Not Buddy, Boys Only 4, and I forgot what that was already. I'm an asshole. Another book. Ma'am, she said, enjoy. Next time I'm balls deep in you, quick, give me your hand.
Damn! Kick your ass!
Alright, I think Josiah got that one.
Save the best for last, right?
Alright, Josiah, the very last round gets on the board. Well done, but I think that means this evening's winner. I lost track. Was it Boozy or Zarathan?
It was Boozy.
We're all winners.
We're all winners.
Well, I think they're really the winners. Because I like it.
Remember, support fandom authors. Check out Josiah and Zarathan in the Dealer's Den tomorrow. And support your local libraries.
That's a weird
Buy some books and donate.
Libraries are important. Alright, man. Outros.
If you find one of these in your local library, please take a picture and tell me.
Please don't donate that to your local library. Alright, outros. Zarathan.
Honestly,
I'm Zarathan, the Kirby Torn transformation writer that you didn't see today.
I'm Chris, the comedy bunny. I do comedy.
I'm Boozy.
Just call me Josh. I write porn. Nice to meet you.
Alright.
Damn.
Thank you all for coming out. Have a great night.
Yay!
And Boozy, why he has a physics
Yep, we do need the
textbook?
skunk one.
Rule 34.
Where is the skunk guy? Oh, it's right over there.
It's just very
Silver Gatoman, he bought me a coffee. Silver Gatoman, here is the song for thee. He likes to video all the panels at the cons. You should go and watch them whether they are short or long. Silver Gatoman, you video that's not a jibe. All of you go to his YouTube channel and like and subscribe.